Hi friends, in this presentation I will be showing how to make a chlorine cell and the products from electrolysis, the product that will be coming out like hydrogen will also be tested. I will also test for chlorine as well. Alright, so let's get started with the build. Alright. So for this build, you're gonna need a shock to shock this shock plastic container, a battery, some wires, 2 syringes, salt, you're gonna need water, and scissors, a foam rod. Alright, so look at how I start. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna open my syringes. I'm gonna open this one. So one of the syringes will be for chlorine, the other one will be for hydrogen. Alright, so I will mark out okay, so I have a rough so I'm going to cut along this line. Alright, so now we trim the edges. So I'm going to make a hole. I'm going to make another hole here. Okay. How are we removing it? Push this one through. Okay, so I'm going to attach the second syringe. I'm going to pull this out. Okay. So that's the second syringe. Then I will try to make some holes to connect these carbon electrodes through this little pipe, the syringes. Okay, let it be a bit. Okay, you have to be very careful. Okay, there is a hole there where the wires will pass. Okay, I'm going to make another hole here for the other electrode. So a hole here will not be the electrode, then another hole here for the other electrode. Okay, so I have my wires. So I have the 2 wires, they're out. Okay. You can now put off my candles and wrap this wire. So I'll be wrapping this other one here. So the next stage is to tie this to the electrodes, the carbon electrodes, and you sellotape. You're going to sellotape so that chlorine won't attack these copper wires. Also tie it with a rubber band. Okay, so you have well taped. I'm also going to tape this one, still go into these electrodes and damage the cell. So I'm going to tie it. Okay, to make a nice seal with a rubber band. I'm also going to tie this part just to make a nice seal so that water won't get into it. Alright. So I'm going to do the same thing for this other end. Okay. So I'm going to do the same to this side. So the next stage is to seal these holes. Make sure these holes are sealed. Okay. To seal these holes so that the gas won't be leaking away from it. Okay, so I'm also going to seal this part. As I'm doing so, I have a cloth here because I'm making a membrane cell. We'll fold it into two. Let me fold it into two. Okay. Then this red part is the one that will be producing the chlorine. Okay, chlorine gas. So this is the anode of this particular cell, and I'm going to cover it up. Okay. Okay. So the red part is for chlorine. I'm going to tie. I'll be tying this part. So we have it here. This part going to the chlorine. This is the electrode going to the chlorine. So even if I immerse it in the salt solution, the salt solution will still go. So this time around, I'm going to test the chlorine cell to see how it works. All right. First of all, I'm going to use sodium chloride for this particular experiment. So I'm going to put more of sodium chloride here. Bearing in mind that we are producing, our aim is to produce chlorine and not oxygen, so we need more of it to make brine solution. Okay. So having done that, I'll add some water to it. All right. I think that will be enough. Don't forget to put this pipe, okay? It balances the pressure so that the gases can come out. So, you fix it. Okay. I'm going to fix this to this point. This one will be for the hydrogen. I'm bubbling it through soapy water, detergent. Okay. Then this part is for the chlorine. And I also bubble this. For this reaction, it's proper to connect the terminals very well. You have the anode part of the cell, of this cell, connected to this positive side. And you also have the part that is producing the hydrogen connected to this negative part, okay, of this battery. So it's very important. So part of the cell will be producing chlorine, and another part will be producing hydrogen. Connect. See the results. Okay. So it has started bubbling. Here is soapy water, and I'm bubbling hydrogen through this soapy water. Let's see the result. Let me transfer it this way. basic. Okay, so I'm going to bubble chlorine into it. So hydrogen is already coming out here. Okay, the cell is working perfectly. I can tell you it's bubbling very well. You can see the color change. You can see the way it's bleaching that color. Okay. And at the same time, we could also test with a litmus paper. This place is really really smelling of chlorine. Okay, so you see, it bleaches it immediately. So you look at it instantly. So I am producing bleach here too. Look at the other side. Okay, it's producing chlorine. Okay. Look at it. It bleaches it immediately. So chlorine is actually being produced in quantity there. And let me try this other part. See, we use a pop sound. That is hydrogen. And chlorine is really produced here. It's produced in quantity. Let me show it again. So you have the blue litmus paper. Look at the color. You can see the color. Let me dip it into it. Okay. It bleaches it immediately. And let me take the other part. Just look at it instantly. Alright. You can as well use baking powder and water instead of sodium hydroxide to actually absorb chlorine, because it also produces baking powder and water produces sodium hydroxide and chromophore. Okay, can you see it bubbling? And look at the color change. Okay, so it has actually bleached it. Let me test for hydrogen again. Okay, as you can see, it has already decolorized that particular color. Has decolorized it. Okay, so that's the bleaching action of chlorine. And I'm also going to test the hydrogen side. Let's see. Okay, this is a pop sound. Alright, so thank you for watching today's project. Hope to see you for another interesting project. Thank you.